Hey everyone, I've received a lot of requests, especially after recently putting out a video of my arrangement of a guitar piece by Agustin Barrios to make a video covering Ricochet technique, or simply bow bouncing on the violin. It's fascinating how what is usually a flashy technique can also be used in a subtle way, like in the case of the Barrios piece, or something like Richie's arrangement of Recuerdos de la Alhambra, to achieve a serene yet emotive musical result. To do a basic ricochet is really quite simple. It's essentially what happens when we drop the bow onto the string like so. In fact, there are already videos on the web that explain this very well. However, being able to control ricochet in a musical sense is a very different story. So this is what I'll be trying to break down. For a change, let's start on the string this time. At the beginning of the stroke, we could initiate a sort of speed and sudden break action, sort of like this. It's actually quite similar to what we saw in episode 16 of my Art of Etude series, where I broke down expressive use of détaché. The sudden break in the stroke implies a certain amount of tension in the bow arm, and combining that sudden tension and sudden release of tension with a slow bow speed could cause the bow to bounce on its own like this. Of course, important factors that affect the bounce include the tightness of the bow hair, as well as where you are in the bow, how high up or how low. And because of this, everyone has their own place or their own preference. However, it is in fact the controlled use and release of tension in the arm and fingers that forms the foundation of the kind of ricochet we're looking for. Another point worth mentioning is the shifting of the balance in the bow hand. So like so. The subsequent control we could achieve after the initiation of the bounce has a lot to do with the involvement of these three fingers. These fingers can help regulate the nature and even the speed of the bounce, and we don't necessarily have to have all four fingers on the bow when doing ricochet. That comes down to personal preference and the character of ricochet. But for example, if it would be three fingers, then it would be the second and third fingers for the balance. And if two fingers even, then it would be the second. All in all, there's a variety of options that we could give ourselves regarding ricochet and incorporating it into our musical toolkit. And the more subtle and gentle type can give way to the wonderful textures found in Recuerdos de la Alhambra or this Barrios piece. This is still an ever-evolving process of discovery for me. Hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any questions you might have in the comments below. Cheers.